Good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Nico, and this is the Nico Trading Channel. First off, guys, I want to apologize. I didn't make it the daily trading video yesterday. I got held up by some stuff I had to do that took much longer than expected. So I only got back home quite fairly late. I do have some appointments. I had some appointments, which was supposed to be half an hour ago, but the people got stuck somewhere. And they're going to be late, so I've got an hour or so to trade, and I figured I'll do the video today. I didn't think I was going to make one this morning again, but we're 30 minutes away from the UK Open at the moment. So we've got some nice flow in the market. Volume has started coming in from the European exchanges, like Switzerland, Germany, and France. These guys open up before the UK session kicks off, but it's lower volume than the UK brings. But the volume is starting to come in, so we can look for a few trades. I'm going to make a video. We're going to go through the UK Open and just a little bit into the UK Open, and then I'm going to cut it and I'll have to leave. But until then, we'll look for some trades. Also, just a quick reminder, doing a live stream again on Thursday. I'll leave a link in the description to the live stream channel. We'll be looking this week at how to build your own strategy. So we're going to go through all the steps, what indicators we should use. We're going to look at combining different types of indicators. And we're going to go through testing and everything. So step by step, on how we go about building our own strategy, and hopefully we come up with something nice during the course of that specific stream. Would be nice. I'm not going to be preparing any strategies ahead of time. We're gonna really try and find something that's that I haven't been using. We're gonna see if we can come up with something, and we'll go through all the steps and all the testing and stuff like that as well. Okay, so without any further ado, let's go and see what the market looks like. Currently, my payouts are quite low. They usually go up around the time the UK actually opens at the start of the UK session. So for now, I've dropped my trading size, and this looks like it's going to be a call. I'll explain the trading size thing in a second. Let me just let's just see what happens here. This really looks like it's going to push up. But I would have liked it to touch the Bollinger Band here at the bottom. There we go. Okay, it's pushing up. It's too late for me to get into this now. Okay, anyway. So when payouts are low, if you're running a 60% payout or even a 70% payout, actually let's start with 50%. If you run a 50% payout, every time you lose a trade, you need to win 2 trades after that just to break even. So you haven't made a cent. If you're on a 50% payout, you haven't made any money, but you did 3 trades already, of which 1 lost and 2 of those won. So if it's 50, every trade you lose, you have to do 2 trades just to break even. A 60 and 70%, obviously it gets a bit more. If you do, if you're on 60%, let's say you're trading $10, you're doing $10 trades. So on 60%, that will be a $6 win. If you lose $10, if you lose 1 trade and you do 2 afterwards, you're only making $2. It's only $2 profit, but you risked $30 because every time you take a trade, you take a risk, right? So risking $30 to make $2 is not good. It's bad math. So when the payouts are very low, because I'm doing my usual trade size is like $400 or $500. When the payouts are low, I'll drop it to a fifth of it, a quarter or a fifth of it, and just get into trading. But even if I lose 4 trades, if I lose four times $100 trades right now, when the payouts go up, I just need one trade still to recover. That's why my payouts are lower, like are on 100 at the moment. And it's something you should keep an eye on. Doesn't matter which broker you're with, because payouts do fluctuate throughout the day. All brokers do that. We're heading upwards now. This is good. This is good. If it goes up a little bit, I can move my trade sizes up too. But it should go back to 90 as we go towards the, it's usually 92 for me, as we go towards the UK Open. But yeah, that's the reason. Just so keep an eye on it. If your payouts are extremely low and you really do want to trade, make your trade size like a fifth of what you normally would trade. So when if you do have a bad run, it's going to be easy to recover back on your normal trading size when the payouts are back up. Okay, so we're hitting some resistance here on the moving averages, but this is pushing really hard. I am tempted to take a sell here. We don't have hidden divergence, but the fact that it's on the Bollinger Band here, we've got the DI spike on the ADX. It's not coming back though, and now the ADX is starting to climb on the 10 seconds. Okay, so while we wait, economic calendar wise, we only have PPI and core PPI this afternoon. It's going to be 30 minutes into the US session. There's no real data coming out during the course of the morning for the next couple of hours. There's some, but we shouldn't see price react to it that much, if at all. But PPI this afternoon could very well cause some big moves on the anything related to the dollar. So just keep an eye on that. Don't be caught off guard. Just keep that in the back of your head. We do have some, the PPI and the core PPI coming out this afternoon, and I suspect we're going to see some movement at least on anything dollar related. Which direction we don't know. It's impossible to predict how the market will react to the data, but some of the data we can know with a fair certainty that we will see a violent reaction from the from price. So don't be caught off guard with big moves, because we didn't keep it. We don't want to get caught off guard with big moves because we didn't keep an eye on the economic calendar and weren't prepared for it. So all the Bollinger trades I've seen now, there's two entries that came close. We didn't take it, but there's two entries that came close. But it seems like they're getting close and not really triggering for me. So I'm not taking entries because I'm close to a setup. Don't ever do that. But it does get frustrating sometimes. Sometimes you'll be trading and your strategy will almost fire but doesn't. And when this starts happening for a couple of times, people tend to get frustrated and they start taking the trades because it's close enough, and then often get burned. And in your mind, you're justifying that you are sticking to your strategy, and you don't understand why your strategy isn't working. Meanwhile, you're actually not trading your strategy. So don't get caught in that. It's something that a lot of people tend to do, especially people new to trading. They tend to make that mistake. Close isn't in. Okay, so an entry close to my strategy is not an entry. It's not a valid entry. And again, it doesn't matter what strategy you use. If you have your rules for your entry conditions, this is a nice push. I'm liking what the ADX is doing here. You have your rules and stick to them. They're there for a reason. I'm cautious with this. I think this is going to drop more. I think we're going to see this area just now. Just any second, we're going to see this area at least. Come down. Okay, a lot of people will fall into the trap of starting to call here, but we are pushing through support. On this this area here was some support area for us. We did break through quite strongly. We did clear this area here as well quite strongly, and taking a bunch of calls here now is super risky. I'm gonna wait and see if it touches here, because I do think it's gonna snap back. But getting in safely is the trick here. It's not done yet. She's not done yet. She's gonna push down. Or maybe not. It did look like it wasn't finished. I will much rather stay out of a move like this than start taking unnecessary risks and, you know, basically taking gamble trades. I would have loved if this came down just a little bit more. That was I was thinking of hitting, taking a buy on the 200 moving average, which is the blue one here. I was thinking of taking a buy there, but it's not done. It's going to come down more. Well, not going to. It is coming down. We might get some divergence. If it does push down a bit, we might get some bullish divergence here. And depending where price is in relation to the 1 and 200 moving averages here, we might get a buy opportunity. Now, this could go either way. I don't know why, but I have this sneaky suspicion we're going to see some more red, decent red, in a second or two. Payouts are coming down as well. There we go. It's pushing down more. This run's not over. "12 minutes in, we haven't had a trade yet, but it's okay. Long day ahead of us. No need to rush. Okay, so it looks like we might get that divergence. It's not there yet. We do need to make a new low from this point here. Okay, so we do need to make a new low. If we do, bullish divergence. If not, well, no trade. Just see what happens. This is rejecting beautifully from the support here. I am so tempted to take a buy right now, but I don't think this move is done. Let's take a buy. Let's see what happens. Part of me says it's gonna think it's gonna go up. I didn't take this because of what I think is gonna happen. The reason I took this is we had a very decent DI spike here on the 1 minute. So the DI minus spike. ADX is super low on the 1 minute, and this happened right on this 100 moving average. Price tried to break through twice, got rejected twice, and because of this last rejection, I took a buy on this candle here. There was no divergence here on the 10 seconds. Okay, so again, we never take trades based simply on what we think will happen, because quite often we're going to be wrong about that. We're just going to stick to our strategy. We're going to stick to what we know. Don't tell me. Okay, we made it. I would have sucked if that trade lost now. It would have really sucked. Okay, so it's pushing upwards. What's the time? Okay, so there was some data released just now, some German data, if I remember correctly, but we're not seeing a big reaction from it. In fact, we're not seeing any reaction from it. These candles are normal compared to, if we zoom out a bit, compared to the rest of the market movement today. These candles are perfectly normal. So this is a non-event. Nothing, the market didn't react to the data. Violent reaction will be like NFP we had on Friday. That is what I, when I refer to a violent price reaction, that's the kind of things I talk about, I'm referring to. So NFP is always a violent price reaction to the data. But this, as we can see clearly, the market basically didn't move at all in reaction to the data. We're still seeing normal movement, so it's a non-event. Nothing happened. We did get one trade in already. Payouts are dropping even more at the moment. I don't really like trading on a 60% payout or less. But like I explained earlier, I'll stick to $100 and see how it goes. If I do, when the payouts go up, I'll just move my trade size back to 500 like I'm trading at the moment. So, and even if I lose 4 trades now in a row, I did win a trade just now. So I am up $74. But even if I lose 4 trades now, when the payouts are back to 92, as it usually is throughout the day, just one trade will put me back into profit if I lose 4 in a row now. So yeah, I'm not too worried about payouts. I do want to get trades in during the videos, that I do every day. So I will rather sacrifice trade size and continue trading than just sit here and talk for half an hour or 45 minutes and we don't get any trading done. But for now, it looks like we're going to be waiting. I don't see anything forming. There's no divergence. We're kind of in no man's land here between the moving averages. And I mentioned earlier conflicting, I don't want to say signals. Yeah, I did mention signals, but right now we have, on the 10 seconds, we have our moving averages pointing down, they're separating. So this is telling me that we are heading downwards. But on the 1 minute, I've got those same moving averages just flipped around. They're opening up, they're pointing up, telling me we're in a bullish move. So it's conflicting information at the moment from my 2 time frames that I prefer to trade on. So making a decision here is difficult. The best thing we can really do now is wait for either the 10 second to start turning upwards or the 1 minute to start turning downwards. If both my chart, both the chart time frames that I'm watching are bullish, then I know I've got a decent chance. If I get bullish trade entries, I've got a decent chance of winning those. It just adds to my probability of winning if I just go along with the direction we're moving in. Although technically I have to add as well that 1 minute is in a downwards move at the moment. We're seeing lower lows, we're seeing lower highs. So that is the definition of a bearish trend, although I will not call these few candles a trend per se. For me, that's just a downward move. It's probably going to be, let's check. It's probably going to be like a type of correction on a higher time frame. It's just a correction it's a sloppy correction, but it is basically just a correction on a higher time frame. Okay, so my 5 minute is also bullish at the moment still. So I'm going to preference buy trades over sell trades right at this point in time. Still need to find an entry. We're not going to just take random trades left and right, but I will favor buy trades at this point in time. I'd like to see these payouts go up. It should go up in the next 10 minutes. And once it does, I can adjust my trade size back to normal. Okay, so my RSI on the 1 minute, my RSI is still bearish. Does have it's preserving downwards momentum, so we're not seeing signs that this downwards push is stopping yet. If we do get a rejection here, Might be worth taking a sell trade. We've got 8 seconds left on this candle, so it might be worth taking a sell trade if we do get the rejection. That's a decent close. I'm gonna take, it's a bit more. I was focused on the time here to get in this trade on time. I didn't register that last second push downwards, so this is probably going to burn me. Back up to 74 now. This could burn me, but I do still think that because we had the rejection here of the RSI, it's on the 1 minute, it turned back downwards, and this rejection happened on the Bollinger middle line. I do think there's a good chance we're going to make this, but there is also, unfortunately, because of the size of this candle, there's a good chance it's just going to snap back, which sucks. But it's okay. I would have, this is where I wanted my trade. No, we're good. We're good. Fantastic. Not a lot of profit, but it's still profit. Okay, so price stopped at the 200 moving average. So I'm just going to relax for a second, see what it does. This could go either way, but we're retesting this again. Only now it's not pushing back. It didn't push back on this candle like it did with all these with these 3 candles here. So this could go either way. It is rejecting. We do not have divergence. It's rejecting, but it's coming back now. Yeah, we're likely going to see a break here. Or not. Like I said, RSI is still bearish on the 1 minute. It's still bearish. It's still bearish on the 10 seconds as well. And we might see it come down now. We actually might see some hidden bearish divergence form here. Maybe. Or not. Okay, so I don't trade these RSI rejections on 10 seconds because I find that on 10 seconds it's just I often run out of time. So the trade will work for 30 seconds or 40 seconds. The trade will be in profit and then it starts coming back. Whereas I love playing them on the 1 minute. If I get them on the 1 minute, I'll play them. But I completely ignore these rejections on the RSI 50 line on the 10 seconds. It just gives me an idea of where we're going, but I don't play them like the way I did. We took this trade here because of that rejection on the of the RSI on the 50 line. But I wouldn't do the same thing on a 10-second chart. Just to give you an idea why, because I would have played it here. This would have been the trade, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, in this case I would have gotten lucky. It would have closed there, but we can see that quite often I will lose this. It doesn't have a quite high accuracy rating if you play it on 10 seconds. So I never play the RSI rejections on 10-second charts. If I was able to do like a 10-second trade, yes, I would actually do it, but not a 1 minute trade, because that's 6 candles from my entry, and quite often this will happen. Okay, payouts are dropping to 58. I'm not even going to bother now. It should push up. We're 5 minutes away from the UK Open. We should see the volume coming in. We should see one or two big candles now, I think. This is a big push. I'm definitely not calling this. There's no way I'm taking a buy trade on this now. This is coming through very strongly. I know there's a bunch of people that will say it's going to push back, it's going to push back. And if you really go and test this, you're going to have a 50-50 win rate. on moves like this. I don't like them because quite often in the past, they used to burn me quite a lot. Big candles doesn't always mean it has to come back. If I took a 1 minute trade on this candle here, for example, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if the next candle closes below this, even if I took it here, I would have been in a loss. 2, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the sixth one. So if I took a call on this candle, it would have been OTM. If I took it on this one, a 1 minute trade, it looks like it would have won, but let's just see where it closes. It's too risky. It's way too risky. This could have just closed here and then jumped up. I don't like these moves. Not if it's not on a clear support or resistance area or something like that. I don't. And we're super close. We're like 3 minutes away, 2 minutes away. We're 3 minutes away from the UK Open, and quite often, or most of the time, when a few minutes before the UK Open, and you're going to see this as well with the US Open, the volatility will start increasing quite a bit, and we're going to see these big jumps. That's the usual behavior. So I don't like taking 1 minute trades 5 minutes before UK Open or US Open. It's just too risky, right? So I know my odds of winning those trades go down a bit if I take it during that period. It's not a, what you call it? It's not a superstition or something, but we do see, most of the time we see a massive volatility increase in those few minutes. This is caused by a bunch of stuff. A lot of people don't know this, but we have, the exchanges have what they call pre-auction, where people start bidding on a lot of assets that's available in that specific exchange. So pre-auction started a few minutes ago for the UK exchanges, and this also drives price, right? So people want to, the traders on the trading floor want to get their orders in because they think this thing moved or that thing moved or this is going to do stuff like that. But they get flooded with orders in pre-auction, and then those get hit then when the exchange actually open. A lot of those orders go through. So that's one of the reasons we see such an increase in volatility. And then of course, it's opening bell and people just start trading. A lot of people are waiting for opening bell. It's only institutions that takes part in pre-auctions with on exchanges, but then a lot of institutions and retail traders just start trading and when the exchange is open. So there's always a massive increase in volatility. We've got 1 minute to go, 30 seconds. There's almost always a massive increase in volatility just before the major exchanges open. And I've seen so many times people say, like, what's going on with the market right now? Well, the exchange is opening up and there's a lot of factors. It's difficult to navigate right this moment. I wouldn't even trust a decent divergence setup at this specific. If I saw one just now, I wouldn't really trust it because I know that what's going to happen. You're going to see a spike in 3 seconds to 1. We should see some increase in movement. Okay, so the exchange is open. Volume is going to start coming in. It's going to take a minute or two to settle. At least my payouts up, I was going to say back to 84, but 81 is not too bad either. But this should go up in the next few minutes on PO Broker. "30 minutes into this video. I'm kind of happy I could get one out today. It's just, I'm very unfortunate that I now have to leave shortly. Okay, looks like we're going for green. Maybe. Maybe not. I think I'm going to cut the video here today. It is, at least it's been half an hour. Because unfortunately, I have to start getting ready to leave again. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be back. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. This, like I said, this is UK sessions kicking off now. Whole day ahead of you guys. Just take it slow. Take what you know, apply it, but don't rush. Don't take unnecessary risks. Take it easy. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. There is every day. There's a lot of opportunities. Some days have a little more opportunities than others, but there's always trade opportunities. Just be patient and stick to your strategies. Okay. So as always, guys, until next time, trade smart and trade safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Next video should be the Forex update tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll be able to make a video as usual. Should be an hour long and should be right on the UK Open for the options. And then remember, we've got the stream on Thursday as well. Anyways, until then, good luck, trade well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.